English opening, symmetrical, 2 knights variation, 3.nf3g64.e3. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even. In the English opening, White plays c4 to take control of the d5 square without sacrificing a central piece. This is a more patient opening. c5 meets c4 with a symmetrical approach to controlling the center. The knight grows and the d4 and e5 squares are under the control of nf3. The d4 and e5 squares are under the control of nc6, which advances the knight toward the center. The d5 and e4 squares are under the control of nc3, which advances the knight into the center. The dark squared bishop is getting ready to be fianchetto to g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. e3 controls the d4 and f4 squares and opens the diagonal for the light squared bishop. By doing this, a knight moves out of its beginning square and into the action. This makes winning a pawn a possibility. It is a fair deal after all captures. Recaptures. This strikes at the center with a pawn, fighting for space. This is the only good move. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. Backs off. This activates a piece and simultaneously wins time by attacking an opposing knight. This wins a knight. This blocks an attack on a vulnerable pawn. That knight was free for the taking. This threatens to pin a knight to the king. It is the last book move. This threatens to win a bishop. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This ignores an opportunity to develop a bishop by placing it on the long diagonal. It is a mistake. This disregards a superior method of expanding a bishop's range by shifting it to a better square. That falls flat. As a result, the bishop grows and gains flexibility on the long diagonal. It is ideal. This prevents the opponent from castling, which generates tactical opportunities by keeping the king in the center. It is best. This ignores a superior approach to providing an equal exchange of pieces. It is incorrect. Not the finest, this. It is incorrect. This fianchettos the bishop by placing it on a powerful diagonal. It is best. This move makes it so the opponent cannot castle, inhibiting their development. It is best. There is a better approach to provide an equal exchange of pieces than this. It is incorrect. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is ideal. The rooks are linked by this, making it easier for them to work together in the future. It is quite good. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. It's alright. That's good. By moving a rook from its starting square, this activates it. It is quite good. That's a decent move. That's good. This misses a chance to threaten a queen and gain a tempo. It is incorrect. Although White had the upper hand, the game is now almost even. It is incorrect. A rook enters the action after developing outside of its starting square as a result. This poses a fork piece threat. It is ideal. This threatens to reveal a check. This prevents the opponent from being able to fork pieces. It is excellent. This makes it impossible for the adversary to expose a check. It is ideal. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This misses an opportunity to capture a pawn that was threatening to win material. It is a mistake. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This overlooks a safer approach to moving a queen. It is incorrect. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This reveals an assault and puts a pawn in danger. It is ideal. This raises the possibility of an eventual checkmate. It is incorrect. This lets the opponent capture a bishop to win material. It is a mistake. This takes down a weak bishop. That's good. This provides an equal exchange of parts. That's good. This overlooks an opportunity to defend a queen that was under attack. It is an inaccuracy. This is a missed chance to imply that winning a rook is possible. It is incorrect. There is an easier way to transport a queen to safety than this. It is incorrect. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. It's alright. That's good. This suggests exchanging items of equivalent value. It is ideal. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This defends a knight that was under attack and had no defenders. This threatens to win a pawn. It is good. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This stops the opponent from being able to win a pawn. It is good. This poses a risk of winning a pawn. It is ideal. This threatens to win a rook. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a pawn. It is best. This exchange is fair. It is ideal. Backs off. This poses a risk of winning a rook. It is ideal. This divides up parts by launching multiple attacks at once. It is ideal. There was only one good move in that position. This ignores a better way to defend a pawn that was under attack. It is a mistake. This defends a rook that was under attack and had no defenders. This is the only good move. This took advantage of a bad move and black is no longer in a losing position. It is a great move. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only move that works. It is best. Recaptures. Black is equal at this point in the endgame. It is ideal. This overlooks an opportunity to threaten winning a knight. It is an inaccuracy. Giveaway one player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even.